Hello and welcome back. This is a very quick update little video. I wanted to show you about another garden pest that has attacked some of my plants within the last 2 weeks. So this is just a little intro, so on with the video. So moving on now, I thought I'd show you my lilies that I made a video of me setting these. Yeah, I think I mentioned I'm not a great fan of lilies. We kind of tend to suffer from the hideous orange lily beetle here, which I'll come on to in a moment. But these are a gift and a present. Now you might wonder, what on earth's the man doing? He's got plastic mesh covering these up. Well, there's a bit of a story behind that, which I wanted to, which is why I'm, telling you about this, showing you them. I came down one morning early, and there was soil everywhere. There was parts of one of the lily bulbs eaten. Another one had disappeared totally, and I deduced we've had a young pesky grey squirrel running about the garden here, and squirrels love bulbs. This squirrel has been digging tulips up in the back garden right from about February and eating those. And I didn't see the squirrel do this, but it's got every hallmark of the squirrel attacking these lily bulbs. As I say, squirrels are little grey monsters in my view, as my grandfather used to call them, tree rats. They do look cute and cuddly in the garden, I know, but they're not. And so I had to put the wire mesh over because I thought somebody had bought me these. These were quite expensive bulbs. So, and it seems to have worked. I think the worst affected tub was the end tub, the green tub, and I think I lost about 2 lily bulbs there, and it did some damage to one of the new shoots coming up. But the rest of them, luckily, hadn't all come through. So I must take the mesh off now, because you can see it's starting to affect the shoots coming through now. So later this week I shall, even if I have to cut this off, I'm not worried. It's only a bit of old plastic mesh, but it seems to have done the trick, and luckily the squirrel hasn't come back. But that just shows you how easy you can, overnight you can lose plants so easily. Coming on to this lily here, this is a well-established lily. This lily has been in this tub quite a number of years, and I think you can probably see the damage. Oh look, there's one. Oh, that's lovely. There is a dreaded lily beetle, that bright orange beetle. And when you see those, the best thing to do is to pick them off and dispose of them. Let's see if we can get that one. And I won't show you doing it, but you want to get them off your plants and then dispose of them, however, because they will absolutely decimate your lilies. And look, I've got my 2 wild ducks come to see the bird food tin, but it's empty. It just shows you how tame they get now. They've been living on the pond since about February, and they'll be off in a few weeks. So there we go. There's teaching quackers. I'm a bit annoyed about them really, because they're sitting on my. They will this time of year. I think the female has been away a couple of months. Only the male has been come. I think she's had a nest with some young. And I think in about 60 days, the young just take off on their own. And so she's come back to join him. And they keep sitting by our pond, right on my primula candelabras. But what can you do? It's wildlife, isn't it? So yes, coming back to the lily beetle, if you do see them like that, and that was a really lucky find because I'd been picking them off every day, you want to come round your lilies and make sure you haven't got any of those, and I say, because they will decimate them. And 20 years ago I'd never seen a lily beetle. So the adult female lily beetle apparently lays between 200 and 300 eggs after mating, and it's not only the adult beetles that can eat the lilies and do the damage, or eat the foliage and do the damage, like, as I say, like over there we can see. But the larvae then, the eggs are laid on the underside of the leaves, and you may see some horrible black yuckiness. That's all I can describe it as, and that's the larva. And then that hatches out and obviously cause even greater devastation to the plant. That'll eat the leaves, and then what happens, the larva pupates and goes into the soil, and then the following spring will hatch or turn into obviously the orange lily beetles. So it's a two-pronged attack really you've got to watch out for. And as I say, I've been monitoring this lily. It's one of the few lilies I've got. There is some in the garden which don't seem to, I think lilies in tubs, I've found anyway here, seem to get it worse. Now whether that's because they're in the compost and that's easy for the larvae to pupate and go into, and then obviously hatch out as lily beetles the following spring. The compost is very soft and always kept damp, so that might be an issue there. The lilies in the garden don't seem to get quite so badly attacked. So yeah, it's worth, as I say, 2 or 3 times a week just looking around your lilies and seeing if you have any of these bright orange beetles. I think now there are 1 or 2 sprays that you can get, but as you know, I'm not interested in spraying. I try and garden totally 100% organically without using any kind of fungicide or herbicide or sprays to kill green fly, white fly, or whatever, or lily beetle. I know years ago there was nothing that really killed lily beetle, but I think there are some products on the market that claim they do now. So if you're really concerned and you've got some prize lilies, that might be a way forward. But I would never use that. I tend to monitor it and manage it. As I say, there's some more damage there, you can see. Apparently the first lily beetles, they are from a Mediterranean area. I think they're all over the world now, but they did originally come from the Mediterranean warmer climes. The first outbreak of lily beetle in the UK was in 1940 down in Cobham, down in the south. I think that's Surrey, isn't it? And as I say, gradually they've spread out and upwards, and it must have been now around about probably 20 years ago, probably more than that, probably 25 years ago I first saw them. Yeah, they've come looking for some food, so I've just put some food in the bird food tin, and she's enjoying that. Well, thanks as always for watching. And if you have squirrels and have problems with squirrels, I'd love to hear about it and what's your solution. There's not a lot you can do really, you just have to live with these things and get on with it. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching and thanks for your comments. Please do think about subscribing, and as always, good gardening, and I'll see you in a future video. Until then, my best wishes and good gardening, and bye for now.